Hi guys, Funk here, Girl Street Garage. Not very long ago I was having a chat with a very good friend of mine, diecast-outkast, Brian, over in the States, and he was chatting about the Red Baron from Hot Wheels and how nowadays the bone shaker is just as popular. So we decided let's do a bone shaker build, and upon chatting we decided why not, let's bring Jim into it as well. So we asked Jim over at Jim Silva Customs whether he would be interested in doing a build with us, and of course he very kindly said, "Yeah, why not, lads? Let's do one." And so it was all planned. We was going to do it, and then we decided, you know what? Let's ask Christian Kiwi over at First and 64th Customs, see if he wants to participate as well. And luckily he turned around and said yeah. So the four of us are doing, so it's a bone shaker build off, but myself and Brian both decided we was going to do the same theme as each other.
It's April 1917 in France. Bedraggled souls tangled by wire and sucked down by mud look up to see an epic battle taking place in the heavens. Angels and demons, locked in mortal combat, lifted up on wings of wood, wire and cloth. A great red beast is seen whirling and swooping in the sky. Spitting fire, it is heralded by all sides in equal measures of fear and awe. His name inspires admiration and dread, and it's heard on everyone's lips. A name that holds as much fame and respect now as it did over a century ago. The Red Baron. The Red Baron. The Red Baron.
So it's a Red Baron and bone shaker build off. As you'll see, I'm starting off with the Joker version of the bone shaker. It's been well played. It's got a little bit of play wear on there. As you'll see, it's got bent axles, but I'm going to do a wheel swap anyway. And the other one is the Matchbox Flybug. This one is as old as my wife, believe it or not, 1972. So let's get these buggers apart. Doesn't take much to get these apart as usual. I'm not concentrating too much because I know that these bases are going to be cut and shut as I'm using two different bodies. So we'll just get them apart as quick as what we can. Love this old bug, I really do. It's been one of my favourites since I was a child. Now to get this, these bone shakers, I don't know, they're a bit like Marmite. You either love them or you hate them, don't you? I'm still not too sure whether I like them or not. I haven't got many. That's my last one actually. I've done a few bone shaker builds during the past few months, and so this is my last one until I can find any more. It's not a casting that we come across very often over here in the UK. So now I've got them apart, they're off into the shitty strip. Let's get this paint off. It shouldn't take long. No, it takes about 15 minutes. Evil bitchy stuff this is. So chuck that to one side. There you go, it's about 15-20 minutes later. And as you'll see, yeah, that's stripped nicely. So let's get the lumps out of it. And the lumps out of the shaker as well. And those can now go off for a bloody good scrub. Here we go, back from a nice hot soapy bath, and just put the mother-in-law's toothbrush back and give these a quick wipe off. Not too fast, so it's only the back end off one and the front end off the other that's going to be used. So let's give them a quick polish up. Doesn't take long, only takes a couple of minutes. Just using a wire wheel here on the rotary tool. So just concentrate on the back end of the bug, and I'll be concentrating on the front end of the bone shaker. I've been looking forward to this build ever since Brian mentioned it, and I thought, you know what, yeah, I've got just the castings for this, and I was really looking forward to it. So now that they're cleaned up, we can dissect them. Out comes the jeweler saw, one of Jim Silva's favourite torture tools. And then he patches them back together with JB Weld. No, it only takes a few minutes. There's not many cuts to do on these. Just going steadily, trying not to break any blades. Quite lucky these cut down nice and straight. Now to chop the front of the bug off. It feels sacrilege to me cutting a matchbox up. Don't know why. It's like the blade had trapped. It had closed up on the blade there, so I decided rather than snap the blade, I'll just bend the metal until the front end snaps off. We can file it and make it all nice and smooth. So doesn't quite fit. A little bit of feckling to do on this one, but we can get it to fit. Yeah, the shape of the beetle and the shape of the bone shaker are two complete different tangents. So just have to give them a bit of jiggery pokery, give them a little bit of bending about. Got to be careful so I don't snap them. I'm just trying to bend these out now so that they actually match up to the beetle, and luckily I get quite a good match, to be honest. So just a little touch more. God, I dread bending this stuff. I don't think it's too bad if you're bending it, but if you bend it too far and you try and bend it back, it will literally just snap on you. I'd rather bend it a little bit too much and file the bugger back and try and bend it back. I'm happy with that. Let's see how this goes. You see, just find it back there just to make it match. It does match up beautifully now. This one did take quite a lot of hours to do this one. As you know, I've only do a few minutes at a time in my room, and then go back to it later on, and I just do it in little tiny sessions. So as you think here, it's all done in like one sitting. No, this is done over about 4 or 5 days. Just trying to get these lines matching up, and also on the bone shaker is not a clean casting, as I'm sure a lot of you have noticed. There's lots and lots of casting lines on these. They're a bit snotty. They don't take much, and it's worth spending that extra few minutes. The more you put into your preparation, the better it's going to look at the end. And I don't particularly want to see a great big join down the side of the cars. So now we're just going to check these chassis and see what on earth I'm going to do. See, a nice accurate cut that can come off about there. And I've jumped in for a junior hacksaw here. A little bit more robust. And it's not like a brain surgery cut on this one, is it? And that goes about there. See, precise measurements. Cut once and fill 500 times. A quick mock up, see how it goes. And I'm quite liking that. Look like Kojak driving, doesn't it? I learnt a valuable lesson was using that activator. Not that particular time, but later on this actual build I decided I'd use plenty of super glue. That's alright because I can use the activator to set it nice and thick, and as I used the activator it flushed it through, flushed it right the way out the other side, and it was literally wrapped around my finger, and it blistered my finger, let's put it that way. It was actually smoking. It gets so hot once you put the activator on. Now this rear wing is one that I had to 3D print because the original one was missing. So I jumped onto SketchUp, give it a quick 10-minute model, and away we went. So because I've used a filament printer and it's got all the lines, I'm just using some Humbrol filler. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use some 2K thinners just to paint onto it, and that breaks it down into a paintable filler, and that way you can paint it on and it goes off pretty darn quick. You can sand it back and it does a fantastic job, so definitely worth trying. I don't know if acetone or anything like that does it. I haven't tried. Like I say, I use 2K thinners for lots of things. Yeah, I just give it a quick mix up and slap it on, and you can just layer it up as thick as what you want. And once you're done, just wash your brush out and you're finished. I've just given it a quick silver spray job. Just use some Tamiya silver. And now I'm just gonna put some put some black around the edges. Leave the middles in silver, and this literally just goes on the edges, this does. And that's the one thing about using the airbrush, you can get great control if you're careful. It's not all about press down and pull back on full blast and let it come out like a spray can. You can use a little bit of finesse and grace with it if you're careful. I'm actually going with a slight a slight twist in the theme as well on this one. I'm not going red. I know it's a Red Baron build, but I'm not going red. Red's not my favourite colour. I'll be honest. That's just personal. And I just fancied something different. Just fancied something totally different. I mean, I think red would have looked nice, I'll be honest with you. But it's just me, isn't it? I don't think anything can be normal. Bit like Brian. Brian's everything normal except he puts homemade candy over everything. Jim Silva, he does everything normal except he fills it with JB Weld and ends up doing a post-apocalyptic. And Kiwi, he does everything normal and then goes into hours and hours of styrene, which is absolutely fantastic. We've all got our own little things, which is what this is all about. It's not about everyone being the same. It's all about finding your own little ways. Right, so whilst that's drying, just going to attack the engine. The velocity stacks on the top, they've gone. As you'll see, I've put 3 tubes up there instead for the velocity stacks, and I've drilled some holes, and what I'm doing here, I'm using 1.5mm soft solder, and this is just to make the exhaust up. It works absolutely brilliantly because you can just bend it to whatever shape you want, and if you don't like the shape, you bend it back. It doesn't snap on you. It's great stuff, absolutely great. And it's already silver, so no need to paint it unless you want to. A little bit of a fiddly fecker to do, but we get there. Back into the spray booth. And as you'll see, we're going green. The Green Baron. We're changing history. Give it a few coats. And this is Tamiya Clear Blue and Tamiya Clear Yellow just mixed together. Just building it up little bit by little bit, as you do with candies. As you see, going a little bit heavier now. So now it's the rebuild time. The new wheels are now on the bike. We're just going to set the front wheels in with a little bit of CA glue. And goes his little nipple cripple helmet. In goes the green engine. I'm sure you'll agree these headers look great. Well, I hope you like the whole thing. And what were the yellow rockets, engines, jet engines. I'm just gonna use some little 2mm self-tapper button head screws. Shaking like a leaf there, guys. I do apologise. So just come up to the end of my my tether at the minute on that one before I have to go through and have a sit down. But there we go. One Green Baron. Hope you liked it, guys. Quick recap. This is what we started with. The Flybug from Matchbox and the boneshaker from Hot Wheels. Let's say Christian and Brian and Jim all done fantastic jobs, so pop along, give them a bit of support as well, like and share, subscribe as well. Here we go, guys. Here's my take on the Red Baron, but no turn green. He's a funky green. There's big oversized rear wheels, and as you'll see, I've given a little bit of a paint job as well. I hope you like it, guys. Big thanks to all my followers, all my subscribers, all my new subscribers as well. Sorry there's not been a video up for a little while. Going through things personally at the minute, so videos are not going to be up as often, and just for a short break. But more will be coming up soon. So don't forget to like and share, and give me a big thumbs up, give me some feedback, and don't forget to check the other guys out. Cheers for watching, guys. Catch you later. Bye.